Domain and range are by far the most important concepts in functions, and there is a very high likelihood that you would see a question based on them. What is a domain? In simple words, the domain of a function is a set of all possible input values. And what is the range of a function? The range is a set of all possible output values. The domain is the set of all values that go into the function, and the range is the values that come out. So if we have a function like y is equal to f of x, the domain will be all possible values x can take, and the range will be all possible values for y. Is there any good way to remember this? How do we remember that the domain is all possible input values and the range is all possible output values? Maybe something like d comes before r and x comes before y. Domain is x and the range is y. Okay, nice. Shall we try out a few examples now? The first function is f of x is equal to x. This function will simply give out the value it takes as the input. Instead of saying it does nothing, a better way of saying it would be the function multiplies the input by 1 and gives an output. Anyway, coming to the point, what will be the domain and the range of this function? Domain will be all the values x can take. In this function, x can take any value. Yes, just about any value. So the domain is all x. And the range, which is y or the output, can also take all values that x takes. So the range will be all y values. Here's the second function. F of x is equal to x squared. What will be the domain and the range of this function? Try it out. The input x can take any value, so the domain will be all x. The range is interesting. Will it be all y? It will be all y greater than or equal to 0. Why? Because the square of any number cannot be negative. It will always be non-negative.